Ah, shiny Pokemon. Don't we love them? Sure, they're rare and serve no particular purpose other than being a different color, but call me biased. As an average shiny hunter, that's good enough for me. And I don't mean to brag, but I've only failed one shiny, unless you consider fan games, in my life. Damn you, Spearow. However, I have an issue. It seems other people have not been as fortunate as me in the shiny field department. From KOs, runaways, or even in the most unlucky scenarios, running out of Pokeballs. Now, I love watching a shiny fail every once in a while. However, I feel like these could be avoided in extremely simple ways. Most of them, at least. So, as your friendly neighborhood shiny hunter, I've decided to spread my wisdom amongst the populace. I may miss some topics, so tell me in the comments about any more possibly avoidable ones you want, if you want. The people deserve to know. Now, let's work our way up then, shall we? Starting off with number one, running away slash soft resetting. Now, I feel like the way I see most people fail soft reset slash runaway shinies is through them not noticing the shiny Pokemon, or at least noticing it too late. And I have a very simple solution to this problem. Take more fucking time than 1 second to check. Like seriously, it takes 1 extra second to make sure the Pokemon you're hunting is shiny. I get it. You want that shiny now, so you're trying to go through the motions as quick as possible. But is it really worth risking a potential shiny? Personally, I'd rather lose a few seconds checking each Pokemon for the color change than possibly missing one. And for those horrible shinies, just wait for when the sparkles would appear. If they don't, reset. For Scarlet and Violet, though, I recommend taking an extremely close look at each Pokemon with bad shiny when you pass them. Shinies like Slowpoke or Sandy Shocks can be real difficult to spot due to lighting. Not that Sandy Shocks is a bad shiny, it's just, a certain area. So, check thoroughly and run into them if you think they could be shiny. Trust me, you'll appreciate this. Actually, now that I think about it, technically I failed two shinies then, because I'm pretty sure I failed shiny Sandy Shocks, but I don't know for sure. Whatever. Moving on to number two, we have KOs. I feel like this mostly happens with shiny legendaries, just Pokemon with recoil moves. And once again, it requires a very simple solution. Testing. Starting with no recoil Pokemon, I know that people typically have their false swipe and store slash stun spore ready. However, sometimes lowering the HP can be a struggle if not prepared, especially if you hit a high roll or a random crit. So next time you shiny hunt a legendary, before you actually find it shiny, unless you find it shiny first try, plan out a strategy to catch it. How many hits from this certain move can they take? How would a critical hit affect its lowering its HP? How much could a high roll screw me over? My suggestion to the answer to these questions is to 1. Test out how much damage the lowering move would do. 2. Use a dire hit to see how much a crit affects the amount of damage that it does, or how much your previous try did. For example, using 2 rock smashes to lower it so you get to a certain percent, and then seeing how much a critical hit rock smash would do. Because usually you can take 4 rock smashes, but critical hit could change that. So check that. And for the high rolls, you could use an X attack or an X special attack to see if it can survive a hit. If it can, you will most likely not have to worry about how much a high roll will do. This method has caught me quite a few shiny legendaries. Moving on to recoil moves. First of all, check if your Pokemon you're hunting has a recoil move at all at that route and level. If it does, try not to lower its HP too much. A quick ball would be my suggestion for the first turn. If that doesn't work, just make sure you have some way of healing the opposing Pokemon should it get low. Maybe Heal Pulse, that could stop it from recoil fainting. Number 3, as an addition to the Pokemon KOs, we have things like Pokemon running away from you and explosion slash self-destruct. I definitely understand failing shinies like this. It's mostly out of your hands. However, it is pretty simple to prevent it. For Pokemon to run from you, just use things like Mean Look or Arena Trap to keep them there. If they have moves like Roar or Whirlwind, all I can really think of is bringing a Pokemon with the move Taunt to prevent that. For exploding Pokemon, you're going to want to bring a Pokemon with Damp. This prevents moves like Explosion and Self-Destruct. Number 4. Really getting out of there. Really getting through it now. Anyways, getting wiped by the Pokemon you're trying to catch. Okay, so as unbelievable as it might sound, that there have been people who have actually gotten wiped by what they're catching. It does make some sense though. I've only seen it happen against legendaries and ultra beasts, but still. Anyway, a way not to fail this is just to overlevel the heck out of your team. Make sure your team isn't taking too much damage from the Pokemon attacks and all. Maybe even invest some EVs and defensive stats if you need to. Also, make sure to stock up on your revives and full restores. There's a chance your team gets knocked out anyways. So, yeah, that's a pretty good idea, if I might say. Also, make sure you bring a full team. Damn. I have seen people fail shinies because they literally only had one Pokemon on their team. Make sure to remember a full team. I cannot stress that enough. And number 5, the last one on the list for now, running out of Pokeballs slash not bringing the right ones. That's rough, buddy. Yeah, this is either bad luck or bad planning, and all I can say is get good. Nah, I'm just kidding. All I can really say is to check your balls. Pause before you leave. Make sure you have the right ones with you, and make sure you have enough. That's it. It's really not that difficult. Bonus number: game freezes. Yeah, unless you've been beating on your game console / cartridge, there's really nothing you can do about this as far as I'm aware. You're screwed. Well, I hope you enjoy these tips on how to not fail a shiny. Remember to use these tips whenever you go shiny hunting. Trust me, failing a shiny is not fun. Damn you, Spearow. The one that got away. Bye.